3 steps for your first beginner edit in DaVinci Resolve. Let's dive straight into DaVinci Resolve and let's talk about it. Open DaVinci, create a new project. Once that project opens up, you're going to click right down here on the edit page, and up at the top left corner, you're going to open up your media pool. Now you'll open Finder or wherever you have your files stored on your computer. You're going to select which videos you want to bring in and just drag and drop those right over here into your media pool. Now, you might see a little pop-up like this that says change project frame rate. That just means that your selected clips have a different frame rate from what your project settings are. So let's click don't change for right now. And let's make sure our project settings are actually correct. Click the little gear icon down here on the bottom right. I shot this in 4K and I want to export at 23.976 frames per second. And this is just standard for most videos, probably what happens with my iPhone clips. And I can show you, we'll close this panel. You can right click on your clips and click clip attributes. And you can see that these videos from my iPhone are actually shot at 24 frames exactly versus the 29.376. So 23.97, whatever, the other number we just looked at. And that's not enough of a difference for us to be worried about this. So if you see a pop-up like that, just make sure that you go in and kind of check some of your settings if necessary. But when you're first starting out as a beginner, you don't really need to worry about this too much. Our videos are now over here in our media pool inside of DaVinci Resolve. So we can move on and start our 3-step process for our first beginner edit. Step 1, we want to make it watchable. We want to get our video to a place where we can go ahead and watch the whole thing through. So we want to start with the story of the video, the message. What is this video overall? So we're going to watch through our clips. To do that, we can just double click to watch them through in the media player, or we can just drag them right down here onto our timeline, which will actually create us a new timeline. That's the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to select all 3 of these clips and just drag them right down here. You can see our video on top and our audio on the bottom. Now, real quick, there are 2 keyboard shortcuts that you really need to know up front. First of all, if you click A, that will enable the selection tool, which just means that I can grab these clips, I can drag them to different layers, I can drag them back and forth and move them around on the timeline. I also can zoom in right here using this slider, and I can trim the beginning or the end of my clip just with the selection tool that's enabled by clicking the letter A. Now, the second keyboard shortcut that you need to know is the letter B. You can see this changed right here. This enables blade edit mode. And that means that when you come down here and anytime you click right here, that's going to slice or cut the video right where you clicked. So you could go through and this is going to help you cut out anything that's in the middle of the clip where you can't drag from the ends. Then when you're done using the blade edit tool, you can just press A to swap back to your selection mode. And pay attention, you really want to know this keyboard shortcut, okay? I know I said 2, but there's actually 3. There's actually a lot more, but this is the 3rd one that you need to know. Command Z will undo anything you just did in case you mess something up or need to undo something that you did. Command Z, it's gonna be your best friend. So let's zoom out right here. We have essentially completed step 1, which is to make the video watchable. I can watch the whole video through by pausing and playing using the space bar. I can drag this little red line, which is called your playhead. I can drag that to any point, play and pause. I have made the video watchable. Now we need to move on to step 2, which is to remove distractions. This is where your entire edit becomes clean and clear. So we want to go through our video, cut out any silences, bad takes. We want to clean the whole thing up. We want to adjust those audio levels and make sure that our video is free of distractions. So we're going to zoom in here on our clips. And this is where I'm going to start trimming out all of the silences and the bad takes. So I can use my blade tool and just come in here. I'll zoom in a little bit closer and just really trim out all of these silences. And once you click on a clip that you want to delete, you can select it, click delete, click in that empty space, click delete again, and it will put those little two clips together, deleting that space. So we're just gonna go through, get out all the bad takes, and get those final clips together that we want for the video. Now we wanna make sure that our audio levels are at a safe level, so they're not too low, not too high. The way we can do that is you want to check your audio over here in your mixer. And if you're not seeing your audio levels, you can click this little icon right up here and it will show your audio's all on track 1. So we can just play this through and you will see these levels here. We want them to be between -15 and -5. So not really below that, but not above that. So you can see that they're a little bit low. So what I'm going to do, since the levels are pretty consistent all the way throughout, I'm just gonna select all of my clips. I'm gonna come up here to the inspector, and if you're not seeing this panel, you can click this little icon right here to show your inspector panel. Click on audio, and I'm just going to adjust the volume up just a little until our audio levels are sitting between -15 and -5. So just maybe a little bit more. And now we have some audio levels kind of sitting in that nice range. So we know that the audio is going to be safe in those safe levels. The next thing we want to do is some slight repositioning between these different clips. So you can see for this whole first section, I'm not really centered in the frame. So I'm going to select all these clips right here because this shot you can see all the way through is the same shot. The camera's in the same position. I'm going to come back up here to Inspector and click on Video this time. And we're just going to use Zoom and Position to reframe and position our clip. So you can click on X or Y right here because they're linked together. And you can zoom the clip in just a little. And then X and Y are your X and Y axis. So you can just move those down to reposition that clip so that it's more in the center. Now I can do the same thing for these clips right here. We can zoom in just a little and reposition me so that I'm in the center of the frame. Now, we've removed the silences and bad takes. We've adjusted our audio to be within those safe levels, and we've repositioned the clips to look really nice. And this is where we get to move to step 3, which is my favorite part, where we get to season, sauce, and serve this video. This is where we turn this into an awesome final product and get it exported or served to the customer. This is where we will come back to our video and do some final touches. Maybe we'll come up here to the effects panel at the top and maybe we'll add some text. So I can just click this custom text right here, drag that down, zoom in, and we can drag that for this first part of our video. We'll click on that and type in cool text. Oh yeah. We can go in and find a cool font for it. Make that a little bit bigger. Put line spacing down. Then we'll go back to settings so that we can really reposition it. And boom, we added cool text to the whole beginning of our video. Now we might want to even sprinkle in some sauce by going over to the color page and just making some really minor adjustments over here in the color wheels tab. We'll select our first video here. Maybe we'll bring in a little contrast right here. Get rid of some of that green that's going on. Can warm that up just a little. Maybe bring down some of those mid-tones using our wheel. And then we can copy and paste that over to these other clips just to give that coloring a little bit of a better look. Even though it's from the iPhone and it does look fine, never hurts to add a little bit of sauce to it. Now we'll come back to our timeline page. So we've added some text, which is a little bit of seasoning on top. We added some sauce by changing those colors a little bit, doing some color grading. Now we need to serve it. So we can go over to the export page. We want to make sure that we have some really good export settings going on. So we'll dial in our export settings. Now, if you want to see my complete export settings, along with complete workflows on how I color videos, how I edit the audio a little bit more with EQ and some deeper effects, along with my complete editing workflow that deep dives transitions and effects, adding text, Be sure to check out the link in the description to get my DaVinci Resolve Quick Start course. I also include my downloadable keyboard shortcuts, which makes editing so much faster. It's only $47. Click that link in the description if you want to check it out. And if you feel like that's not the right next step for you, check out this video right over here.